We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Bombshell and TommTomm, Issue 1. This is a 2023 book from American Mythology Productions, written by Mark Sparacio, art by Mark Sparacio, colors by Raschard Farquharson, letters by Paula Padilla. I have cover A by Mark Sparacio. Cover's pretty cool, actually. It does kind of sell you on the book. You get an idea what's going on. So we start off with a trio trying to apprehend some Nazis, but they get pinned down by gunfire, and that's when the big robot shows up to destroy stuff and catch some Nazis. Now, obviously, this takes place in the World War II era, specifically 1938, and we do learn that the Germans are working on a wonder weapon that is based on technology they found in the Black Forest 2 years ago, so 1936, and it was translated using information from Maria Orsic, the clairvoyant, and they are really close to completion. Meanwhile, one of the members of the team gets transferred out, and that relates to something going on over in Witchhammer, so a little crossover there. So the books are apparently related, and we learn how Bombshell met TommTomm. Bombshell is, of course, the Yankee Bombshell. She's a stunt pilot who was showing off to a roaring crowd of about 5 people when something hit her plane. When she went to find out what that was about, she found the robot and it followed her home. It does not appear to be able to communicate verbally with the humans. MI5 and SIS decided that they wanted to study it, and to do that, it was best to do it out at the airfield. So apparently the robot has some sentience, and it decided to help out. Overall, I thought the story was pretty interesting. It had some really good ideas. There are some flaws, though. The way the Germans talk is sort of like listening to TV Spanglish, where everything is somewhat in German and somewhat in English, forcing everybody to have little translation caption boxes. That could have been avoided largely just by using an old comic technique of putting greater than and less than signs at the beginning and end of what is being said, and putting one caption box saying translated from German. And then you could just write it all in English, and from there on out, everybody's going to know that when they see those symbols around a speech, that it's translated from German. I think that would have saved a lot of headache trying to read this, because they're doing a German accent on words a lot of times with some German words, and it's a little frustrating to read at points. But overall, I thought the plot was fine. The art was really hit and miss to me. There's some really cool panels. I think the robot looks fine, but the humans definitely have a certain uncanny valley quality. Sometimes they look really squatted down as if they were smooshed, or they just look kind of freaky in the face. I think the artist needs to do some more work on humans, and there's some overshading a few times that I think was done to add detail, but it just is overcompensating a little too much. So I didn't much care for the art. Also, bullets can go through sofas, just as a heads up to the author if they're listening. At one point near the end of the book, they're hiding behind a sofa getting shot at. Those bullets would go right through the fabric of the sofa. There are not a lot of bulletproof sofas out there. So if you're going to hide behind a couch and get shot at, you're probably getting shot. Overall, though, I thought it was a fun book. Is it worth $5? No. But it was a pretty fun idea. I think it's got some potential. It's got a really good sense of humor to it. At the same time, it's an interesting story and a fun concept. So not the most standout thing I've ever seen, but definitely not the worst either. And I do like that they put little character profiles in the back too. That was kind of nice. So we'll recommend it, just not at cover price. Mainly because the art hurts it, and for the other flaws that I described. But if you get a chance to read it, I would say pick it up and read it. I just won't pay $5 for it. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.